Yo, man, as y'all can see, this about to be one of the most laid back videos ever. Got my do-rag on, very comfortable sweatpants, sweatshirt. You know, I ain't dressing up today. I'm just answering, not answering. What is answering? I'm just answering questions. I always do a questionnaire like once a month, twice a month. Sometimes I make a YouTube video on, me answering, and sometimes I answer them on Instagram. But today I'm going to answer them on YouTube. I answered a few on Instagram as well. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know the answer to some of these. But if you didn't see it, this is a great way to get the in-person live, what my reaction is, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into that right now. So first question, how do you balance creative life and career life or work life? Honestly, fortunately with my job right now, I work a 9 to 5. So all of my creative stuff goes on after 5 or on the weekends. So for me, I dedicate my time towards my job from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. They got me. That's the time that I dedicate. Sometimes I have to work a little bit later. That's okay. I can push some of my personal things, further out. But fortunately, like after 5, I create, I edit, I shoot. On the weekends, I create, I edit, I shoot. So that's how I balance it. Sometimes on my lunch break, instead of eating lunch, sometimes I eat or work through lunch with doing something creative. So I'll eat lunch while editing, if I have time, if it's a longer lunch, something like that. So that's how I kind of balance it. Of course, it would be easier not to have a job at all, but I need my job. YouTube don't pay me like that now. YouTube don't pay me like that. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Maybe I need to do a video on that. How much YouTube pays me. Next question, first vacation destination you would go post-COVID. Man, I really wanna go to Bali. I wanna go to Bali. I wanna be up in that water with the waves and the swimming and the dolphins and the sharks and hey, I wanna be in that water for real. But I can't swim. I can swim, but I can't swim. Something like that. No question, I feel like you're a solid dude, perfect blend of humor and maturity. Hey, I appreciate that. I really do, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm a good blend of humor, a good blend of maturity. I could be serious at times and I could play around. Yeah. I got myself in some BS now. I'm expected to receive a civil demand letter. Any advice? Also, my mother doesn't know and I don't want her to because she will flip out advice. Honestly, you shouldn't be stealing. That's number one. So I would say if you did the crime, you gotta do the time. Just go ahead and tell your mother what's going on. Tell her civil demand letter gonna be coming soon. She gonna see it anyway. And just go ahead and get that out the way so when it come, you don't have to worry about everything. Just man up to what you've done and just tell her. She'll get over it. Funniest moments in your life that you laugh at to this day. Man, it's so many. Especially in undergrad. It's so many. I would say this, my funniest moments is always with some of my best friends. That's either my best friend Justin or Jonathan, which is also my LB. Justin, that man is a fool. So anytime with him, it's always funniest moments. John, especially in undergrad, he used to, he's getting a little lit. He's getting a little lit, he used to get a little drunk sometime. And yeah. I just leave it at that, but those two always had me laughing, I'll tell you that. Let's see, how do you stay clear-minded when you're overwhelmed? Honestly, when I'm overwhelmed, I just like to take a quick break. Take a break to decompress. Sometimes when you want to go, when you're overwhelmed and you keep going, you just stress yourself out even more, you burn out. So just take a break. Take like a 5-minute break, go get some water, go get some coffee, eat a snack, listen to some music, and then get back to the task or get back to what's making you overwhelmed and kind of just start over with a clean slate. Or if I'm overwhelmed throughout the week, I just make sure I do something at the end of the week that makes me happy, that makes me calm, that makes me get back to normalcy. But at the end of the day, you got to think about yourself, what makes you happy. If you like traveling, if you like music, if you like running, you like basketball, do those things at the end of the week. And that way, you can find that happiness and that place of comfort that you like. How do you stay engaged with the mob during COVID? So if y'all don't know, that's Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Honestly, virtual, just texting, checking up on brothers, Instagram. That's really how you stay engaged. It's like a lot of things aren't going on right now, of course. So you kind of just gotta check on people, call, FaceTime, text. There's group chats, there's Instagram. That's really how I stay engaged. What advice would you give those who are transferring to a 4-year university? I would say this: get involved, but also take your time getting acclimated to campus, if that makes sense. You want to get involved. You want to immerse yourself into campus, even though that's kind of hard with COVID, but you got to find a way, whatever way that is right now, to just do that. But also, learn the campus enough where you feel comfortable, you know where to go when you need help, you know where to go to study and get help when you need it. Like, focus on that academic stuff first. And then once you got that, like, down pack, or at least you done laid down the foundation to walk on that academic path at your new university, then get involved. Get involved with organizations, volunteering, all kind of stuff like that, a student job. Start that process. But I would say definitely first academics. What is your New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is honestly to keep going, to keep thriving, keep pushing. There's been times where I've been thinking about, something, maybe I need to just stop this whole YouTube thing for good. Why not? Why should I stay? But yeah, that's my New Year's resolution, is to just keep going, keep pushing, keep thriving, keep growing, personally, professionally, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, just keep growing. There's not one specific thing that I could put on my New Year's resolution, as things change so much. But I would definitely say, just sticking with everything that I do now. YouTube, trying to work out more, eat better, talk to friends and family more, like trying to get those experiences. That's what I'm really focused on. So I would say that's my New Year's resolution, honestly. Any age limits in terms of who you date? Date. As far as who I would date seriously, probably minimum 24, 25. I'm 28, so 24, 25 is probably seriously. I would give a girl a chance if they were younger than that and at least 21. I would see what's going on, but she would have to be real, a dime in a dozen, like, I guess the highest I would go is probably 32, 33, somewhere up in there probably. Let's see, just crossed into a fraternity, miss your content on Greek life. Will you ever do another video on it? Honestly, nah, that Greek life video content creation is done for me. Have a whole plethora of videos on a playlist though, so if you're interested in watching those, definitely look at the MPHC advice playlist. There's a bunch of creators that still do MPHC advice. Like I said, Deja, we did a collab, Deja Washington, Kelsey Ashford, I know Shay Miller, she might still be doing some too. That's just a few folks if y'all are still interested in MPHC content. But it's a lot that come with creating MPHC content. The questions are redundant, the questions are usually the same. The topics get kind of like merging into each other, and it kind of puts you in a box here on YouTube. Actually, it kind of puts you in a box, and I want to expand my creativity. I want to expand the amount of brands that I can work with. I want to expand, like, giving you all knowledge on different things in my life, and just having a Greek specific channel just wasn't working for me. It got me to where I wanted to be, but in the long haul, looking at it from the future, nah, I'm done with that. How do you find your purpose in life? Woo. That's a hard question, buddy. That's a hard question. I think in order to find your purpose in life, you have to have experiences and do things. You can't really find your purpose in life if you just sit in the house watching YouTube, watching Netflix, watching Instagram and TikToks all day. You can, but it's gonna be hard. Like, you actually gotta get out and experience. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but if that's all that you do, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta get out and experience, travel, eat at new places, try new things, read, try photography, try YouTube, try stuff, see what really makes you happy. And when you feel that sense of happiness, when you just do it to make you happy, you don't do it for the money, you don't do it for the clout, that's your true purpose in life, you know what I'm saying? And in order to find your purpose, you have to try things, experience, and do. But the more you sit down and don't do, it's gonna be harder for you to find your purpose. Your purpose typically don't just come to you. You kind of have to go out and try different things to find that purpose, you know? You kind of got to think of it like dating. Most of the time, the person of your dreams is not going to come to you. You got to be out somewhere. You got to be out at a bar. You got to be out at a lounge. You got to be in the grocery store, and then you just happen to pass each other, and then it's a spark, and you like, dang, I'm supposed to be with that girl. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, something like that. What would you consider to be financially stable? Financially stable to me is being able to knock out all of your bills and still have things left over. You know, still have enough money to put in the savings, still have enough money to have a 401k, Roth IRA, all that stuff, you know. It's all about your mentality too. Like being financially stable is all about your mentality. Buying things that you need, not what you really want. I mean, it's okay to buy things that you want, but not every single time you say, oh, I want that, I want that. Like really going through the proper steps to figure out if you really need that, if you really wanted it, if you want it, will you need it eventually? Like stuff like that. Like being financially stable is a lot about discipline. Versus actually having the means to be financially stable. It's about the discipline. You know, if you got a credit card, you're not running up to the max. You're using it and then paying it right back off. You don't have to be rich to have that type of mindset. You don't have to have 6 figures to have that type of mindset. And that's what helps you be, you know, more financially stable. Do you want to be a dad? Yes, one day I do. Are you single? If so, single and looking or single and content for now? Yes, I am single. I am content with what I have going on right now. I'm gonna just say that. I am content with what I have going on right now. How do you motivate yourself? How do I motivate myself? Well, I talk to myself, guys. I really do. Weird, right? But nah, for real, I do talk to myself. I talk to myself every single morning in the mirror. I talk to myself. I give myself daily affirmations. You know, I motivate myself. Like I'm my own biggest critic and I'm my own biggest motivator. Like I don't need anybody to motivate me. I motivate myself. And I just read a lot. Well, I don't read a lot of books. I have a few books that I read, but I like articles. I listen to E.T. a lot. He's a motivational speaker, and it's just things that fire me up. I listen to music, you know, music fire me up. Like I got a trap playlist. I got a after haircut playlist that like I have a smooth playlist, chill, like things like that motivate me. You know, like I find things to motivate me after I motivate myself. So sometimes that's what you have to do. Sometimes, you know, you have to motivate yourself, and sometimes you have to find things to motivate you. What makes you go above and beyond? What pushes you? And like I said, some of those things are, you know, listening to E.T., listening to Gary Vaynerchuk. I also have this book, they motivate me. Another thing that motivates me is my family, my mom, my sister, my dad, like just making sure that I'm doing everything that I can so one day I can give back to each and every one of them. The reason I got this YouTube channel is to give to y'all and then to build a brand, to pass this brand down to family, you know, being able to provide for a future family, being able to provide for my immediate family, making sure that they're good. It's not all about me. That's kind of what motivates me. Okay, most important thing you've learned growing a YouTube audience. I would say consistency, and everything that you plan will probably not go as planned a lot. You will plan this and that, and then it just flips. The next thing you know, you're like, oh shoot, like I planned to have a fraternity sorority life channel, and now look at me, I switched. Like things happen as you grow, and that's okay. When it comes to your YouTube audience, be you, be consistent, and build loyalty. You really have to build loyalty. Come in and come for your audience. You know what I'm saying? My audience know to look for me every single Tuesday, sometime Thursday. And if I don't come Tuesday, I'm gonna drop about 2-3 videos next week. For real. I'm just playing, but nah, that's what I would say. Advice on helping a friend who's in a relationship, but you know they can do better. Woo! Honestly, that's not your place. If they can't see it, it's hard to convince a friend that's deep in a relationship and caught up in that love, you know, that circle of love, the circle of love. If they caught up in that, it's hard. So I would say, if I would say something, I would say, have a conversation. Say, how do you feel about this relationship? How's everything going? And then ask them if they would like your take on things, looking at it from the outside in. And if they say yes, then you go in and kind of give them some advice. But I would just tell them why you think what you think and why you think they should be a better fit with someone else, or what's going on that you see that is a red flag, and make sure they consider some of the things that you're thinking. But make sure it's valid. Don't just go at it just because you've seen one or two things. Like if it's repeating stuff or anything like that, take note of it and then bring it up to them if they warrant your advice. Somebody say, are you a T or a man? Me personally, I'm all about that ass. Honestly, I'm a ass man too. I'm an A man, It don't have to be big. It don't have to be gigantic. But I just wanted to look good. I just wanted to look good. It could be small, but if it got a little tootie, ooh. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every now and then. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe. I think I'm saying some of the lyrics wrong, but yeah, I would have flying powers. Boom, that's it. I'm flying. I'm soaring. Ooh. Yeah. How do you feel about rejection? Like if a girl rejects you. Man, if a girl rejects you, walk away with a smile because you that dude. If you got confidence and you get rejected and you got all kind of stuff going on and she rejects you, just walk away. Just be like, well, it was nice talking to you. And just walk off. Like, everybody get rejected. And it's okay. It's her loss. If she willing to reject you off a 5-minute conversation, don't really know what you got going on, who you are, that is her loss. That's how I see it. I actually get excited when I get rejected. I be like, hey, she don't know what she missing, man. Like, come on, like, you missing out on a lot, but I'm gonna walk away with pride. I'm gonna walk away with happiness, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. So just walk away with a smile and don't even take it to heart, because 9 times out of 10, she ain't really gave you a chance. I can see she really knew you, you know what I'm saying? She got a chance to know you and she's like, nah, but if it's like a cold approach and you just trying to get to know her real quick to get the number, she say no, her loss. I'm sorry, you're missing out. What are your pet peeves? Time. I'm very cognizant of my time. I hate when people waste my time. I hate when people are late. I hate when, my time is not being looked at as something that's important. So time, that's my number one pet peeve. How do you turn a bad day around? How do you turn a bad day around? Similar to what I said earlier about motivation and stuff like that. Find things that make you happy. If you're having a bad day, make sure at the end of the day you're doing things that make you happy. If you gotta go buy yourself a cake because you love cake, go buy yourself a cake because you deserved it, because you had a bad day. Like, come on, man. Like, if you need to listen to music on your way home at 100% in your car, top down, windows down, sun blasting, you got shades on to feel good because you had a bad day, do that. Like, do what makes you happy on that bad day. That's what you got to do. That's how you turn a bad day around. Do things that make you happy. And don't be ashamed about it. For real. What are some things that women do that you dislike? For one, I can't stand when women are not honest, because they believe that we don't see through the bullshit. They try to feed you these lies sometimes. They try to stretch the truth. They try to lie through omission. But me, I'm a smart type of guy, and I can pick it out real quick, and I can let you know right now that it don't get past me, and I hate when women do that. Another one is not being true to themselves, just overall not showing who they are, like not walking in their true purpose because they're scared of what people think. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a hoe, girl, be a hoe. Don't be scared what the society wants. If you want to go through a whole bunch of men, go through a whole bunch of men. Make sure I'm one of them. But nah, for real, like, just being scared of what society had placed on women and then trying to conform to that rather than who she really is. That's what I hate. Number 3 is not pursuing a man that they really like It could be a woman out there that enjoys being around this man, but she is scared to show that she like him because she don't want to be this woman that's all over him and this and that. But look, baby girl, if you ain't doing it, somebody else willing to do it. So if you like a dude and you a girl and y'all going on dates and stuff and you reserve and you not, just go and do it. Because 9 times out of 10, if he go on a date with another girl and she like him, 9 times out of 10, I bet you she gonna do it. She gonna do it, and that's gonna put you in a bad place. What's your favorite childhood show? Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, Rugrats. I'm a 90s kid. Those are my top 3 probably. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This is a hard question for me because I do everything within the now and the present. And then what I do in the now and the present affect how I look at the next year or 2 years out. So 5 years out, things change so quickly. Life isn't predictable. So I can't really answer that question because I live in the now and I do things for the now. As far as what I've been doing, everything has been in an upward motion. So in 5 years, I expect to be somewhere where I'm like, I can enjoy the fruit of my labor. I'll say that. What qualities should a mentor have? Leadership, loyalty, and expertise, and teachability, if that's a word. They have to be able to teach you something. You know, if you have a mentor, you don't want a mentor that's not gonna be able to teach you something or give you new skills or something like that. Okay, well, that's all of the question, guys. I appreciate all y'all for listening in to this video. You know, so this is a laid back video, like I said. Please do not, I ain't even brushed my beard today, y'all. I ain't even brushed my beard, look. Do a little bad, goddamn. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all next video. Peace.